Thanks, buddy. Let's go straight to the chat function, ladies and gents. I'd love to know on a scale of 1 to 10, okay, and don't lie to me, okay? Don't lie to me. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important do you believe storytelling is for unlocking sales in 2021? On a scale of 1 to 10, hit me with your thoughts, okay? Hit me with your thoughts. Don't be shy. Come on, Scott. I know you, brother. Okay, we got some numbers in the building. James says 10. Chris says 10. Michelle says 11. I like it. 8.5. Oh, Nuno, I've got some work to do with you, brother. I like it. 15. 9. 10. Nice, Didrik. Okay. Samin says 11. Wayne says 8. Okay, the chat's going off. I like it. I like it. So picture this. Okay, it's a classic day on the trading floor. It's noisy, it's testosterone fueled, it's energetic. And that's where I actually began my career in corporate sales. And the phone goes off. Ring, 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 ring. Citibank, Ravi speaking. How can I help? Hey, Rav, great to speak to you. Sterling against the dollar, I want to buy $20 million. Can you give us a price? In less than 30 seconds, I gave him a super sharp price. I'm rubbing my hands. I'm like, this one's going to close. This one's going to close. And within less than 15 seconds, we had hung up and I'd lost the deal. And I'm sitting there thinking, are you kidding? Like, that was such a sharp price. What did I do? My colleague walks over and he leans in and he says, Rav, you are never going to win that deal, buddy. I was like, what? And he said, you were never going to win that deal. I said, why? And he said, because he's just shopping around, because he's got a connection at the bank down the road who he's got amazing rapport with. He deals with him over and over and over again. You stand no chance, buddy. And I'm thinking, man, I missed out on revenue there because I didn't focus on connection. And how do we build connection now more than ever? We do it through stories. So ladies and gents, Alex said, my name is Ravi, like the pasta ravioli, except without the oli. And in the next 5 minutes, what I'm going to share with you all is the #1 story that you can share inside of the sales process to unlock genuine rapport and hidden revenue. Okay, now here's the big problem today. Okay, here's the big problem today. People buy from people. And what I mean by that, it's noisier than ever in the world we live in today. Think about it. Just go on LinkedIn, post after post after post, infobesity. But then here's the good news. People buy from people, because now more than ever, people want intimacy and connection inside of the sales process. And how you do that is by sharing a compelling personal story that allows your prospect to lower their barriers and actually share their personal story with you to then build real connection. Now, you're probably thinking, who is this guy, man? Who is this guy? How is he going to teach me about storytelling when I haven't even heard his story? So here it is. Funny enough, I actually didn't get my start in corporate sales or as a professional speaker or anything like that. As Alex said, my mom enrolled me into dance school at the age of 7. I was like, oh man, I secretly wanted to quit. My mom eventually let me. And then I stumbled into theater as a teen. And then growing up, people would be like, Rav, are you going to take this whole speaking, presenting, and acting thing seriously? Because you're pretty good at it. And in my head, I'll be honest, my ego was like, no. You want to go make some money. So I did the classic thing, went to business school, ended up on the trading floor in corporate sales at Citibank. But just like every other millennial in the world that you read about in the press right now, I ended up feeling pretty unfulfilled. I ended up feeling like I was living somebody else's life. And I just felt like there was something more out there for me, but I just didn't know what it was. So eventually I left that world, I resigned. And in 2016, I pivoted into TV, radio coaching, and sales leadership in various high growth early stage startups. And people, it hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks because I realized business presentations suck. Let's just be real for a second. They truly suck, right? They lack authenticity and connection. And as Alex said, it's not just about what you say, it's about how we say it. So the big thing I focus on is helping leaders and executives and sales teams become world-class communicators. Now, What I'm going to do with you, ladies and gents, in the final 2 minutes is show you how to break that story down and give you the structure to do so yourself in less than 5 minutes. Are we ready? Type yes in the chat if you want to go through this exercise whilst I get set up. Type yes in the chat if you want to learn how to develop your own story, okay? Here we go. So, think about any story since the beginning of time. There's always context. There's always conflict. Think about the Disney movie Aladdin. Who was the hater? It was Jafar, right? There's always a turning point and there's always a transformation. So think about it. At the start, I hit you with an unorthodox tone of, I didn't get my start as the corporate sales leader. And then I hit you with some familiarity around, this is where I actually got my start, because people like dealing with who they like, trust, and know. And then I speak about myself in third person because it allows you to rehearse having the exact same conversation in your mind and cementing some expertise. Then I showed you some vulnerability by saying my ego just wanted me to go get some money. And then we talk about the conflict. That's where I felt unfulfilled. That's where I felt broken. I didn't know what to do. And then I hit you with the eureka moment. Well, this was the turning point. And then I give you the transformation. And in business storytelling, there has to be value with your story. What is your core mission? And getting it down in less than 8 seconds. So anybody who would like that structure, let me know. Connect with me on LinkedIn and I'd love to share it with you. And as we wrap up, let's go back to the trading floor for a second. So now it's 2 years later and the phone goes ring, 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 ring. Ravi speaking. Citibank, how can I help? And I'd now got, luckily, a book of my own clients and I quoted a price. The beauty is here, because I'd built a connection with the person at the other end of the phone, I won the deal over and over and over again. Not because my story was cool, but because I gave this individual the permission to share theirs and it connected. Story is key, people. Thank you so much and I appreciate it.